Americans are on the move. Probably more so than any other country, Americans are regularly and easily able to pack up their things and move to other states for various reasons. With the wide variation in geography, climate, development style, and politics, as a famous song from the 1970s once said, you can go your own way. And the US Census Bureau has recently released its data on which states gained population for the year and those that lost. On this video, we're going to focus on those states that lost population and some of the reasons why. The population data is based on changes from July 2022 to July 2023. We'll go in order from smallest to largest in terms of percentage of population lost. So go ahead and like the video, subscribe if you love the content, and let's talk about which states Americans fled from in 2023. At number 8 on the list is a northeastern state, Pennsylvania. In 2023, Pennsylvania is estimated to have lost 10,408 people, good for a loss of 0.08% from 2022. This is actually improved from the previous year, where the state lost 40,000 residents. Much of Pennsylvania's population loss is from people migrating out of the state. Commonwealth Foundation performed a survey which found that 52% of Pennsylvanians under 30 said that they or someone that they know was considering leaving due to state policies. Big reasons for people leaving the state were high cost of living, high taxes, and the lack of jobs and or opportunities. Many of them are fleeing to lower tax states such as Florida, Texas, the Carolinas, and Tennessee. Unfortunately for Pennsylvania, the population decline is expected to continue. Now, it's pretty rare for a state to post a net population loss over the course of the full 10-year census period, so Pennsylvania does have 6 to 7 more years to try and turn things around. We'll see what happens. Number 7 on the list is one that I wasn't expecting to see, and that is Oregon, a state out on the west coast of the United States. In 2023, Oregon lost an estimated 6,021 residents, which was 0.14% of its population. Oregon's population loss appears to be for a different reason than some of the others. The state has an aging population and birth rates are in decline. As such, it is dependent on in-migration to keep its population growing. And based on the data, it looks like not many people are choosing to move to Oregon. Part of this loss can also be attributed to its largest city of Portland. Portland started losing population in 2020 and has not been able to stop the loss even as the pandemic faded. High cost of living, housing in particular, has helped drive people away from the Portland area. In addition to this, some people may have moved due to glaring issues with crime and homelessness increasing in the Portland area. If such trends continue, it could spell problems for the workforce without enough young people to keep the economy growing in Oregon. At number 6, we have a state which has been talked about quite a bit in the media for its population decline, and that is California. Now, some of you probably thought this one was number 1. America's most populous state had the second highest numerical loss at 75,423, which came in at 0.19% when it comes to percentage loss. By now, everyone should be familiar with the biggest reason California is losing population: the cost of living. California boasts some of the highest taxes, most expensive gasoline, and most expensive housing in the nation. I remember visiting some friends a while back in the San Jose area and saw the nice home that they just dropped $1 million on. A home that could probably be obtained for like $300,000 to $400,000 back in North Carolina. Other reasons cited for people leaving the Golden State are the state politics and increasing crime. While California has yet to actually post a net population loss over the full 10-year census period, it is estimated to have lost population every year since the 2020 official numbers were released. If something doesn't change soon, the state could very well make it to 2030 with less people than it had in 2020. The population loss won't just impact revenue for the already indebted state, but losing population in the U.S. also means an erosion of political power in terms of seats in the U.S. House of Representatives, as well as the number of electoral votes that the state has for presidential elections. The fact that people are leaving a place like California might be the most alarming on the list, in my opinion. I lived in the state for 4 years when I was stationed out in 29 Palms. And as a whole, I'd say it's the most naturally beautiful state with the best weather in the country. 29 Palms not included, of course. That place is anything but beautiful. So for people to be leaving this place means something has to be really bad out there. California better figure things out soon. And I'll be headed out there later this year to see for myself how things have changed since I last visited. The number 5 state in decline is no surprise as a population loser, and that is West Virginia. In 2023, West Virginia lost an estimated 3,964 people, good for a percentage of 0.22. Situated in the heart of Appalachia and almost directly tied to the culture of Appalachia itself, West Virginia is no stranger to population decline. West Virginia has been in a perpetual state of decline for over half a century now. Its population peaked at over 2 million in 1950, and 70 years later, it still has yet to recover. It is one of the only states to ever post multiple population declines between census periods, even as the overall population of the country has grown significantly. Why is West Virginia's population in decline? Well, why wouldn't it be? Its decline began with the biggest factor that drives population loss in the U.S., and that is jobs. West Virginia doesn't have them. When King Cole died, so did West Virginia's hopes and dreams. With the jobs leaving, so did many of the residents who used to call the state home. State leaders have yet to figure out how to attract new, modern industries to the state. Or maybe they don't care to. West Virginia is also dealing with an aging population and low birth rate issue. Very few immigrants relocate to the state, and the existing population mainly consists of older people who can't afford to leave, while a brain drain siphons away its brightest young people who flee to other states for better opportunities. The one bright spot in the state is the Eastern Panhandle, where places like Berkeley and Jefferson counties are benefiting from their proximity to Washington, D.C., and function as exurbs for that area. Sadly for West Virginia, the trend of population loss appears very likely to continue. For number 4, we go to the Midwest, and this one is the state at the heart of the region and contains its largest metro, that is Illinois. Illinois lost 32,826 people in 2023 for a percentage of 0.26. Illinois is another state that is estimated to have been losing population every year since the 2020 official census and had a slight loss of 0.1% between 2010 and 2020. The reason Illinois is losing population? Cost of living. Taxes are high, gas is expensive, housing is expensive. But surprisingly, the cost of living wasn't the biggest reason, at least not according to a recent study by United Van Lines. The biggest reason was for jobs and work, followed by retirement. So what this means is that people are leaving the state for better paying jobs in some other states. Then on a retirement front, it tells you that many people who stayed in the area to make their money then took their pension or retirement and fled to cheaper, warmer, lower cost of living states. Like most Americans around the country, they are leaving Illinois for those more affordable, lower density, sprawling southern metros, where they can afford a single family home. Surprisingly, at least according to this report, crime was not cited as a major reason for relocation out of Illinois. Overall, Illinois was second only to New Jersey for the highest amount of out-migration from the state. With Illinois not getting cheaper and businesses in no hurry to relocate to the state, I wouldn't be surprised if they did make it to 2030 with a net population loss. Up next in the number 3 position is Hawaii. In 2023, Hawaii lost 4,261 people, a percentage of 0.30. Hawaii has been reeling from population loss since the pandemic and still has yet to recover. The primary reason for population loss in Hawaii is the cost of living and the lack of job opportunities. Hawaii has the overall highest cost of living in the entire United States. Yes, even higher than California. As tourism dominates the state more and more, many of the native-born people have decided to pack their bags and flee to the mainland for better job opportunities. New development is rampant, and more higher-income people from the mainland are relocating to the islands, driving up prices for the locals. When this happens on the mainland, locals who get priced out typically will move to cheaper suburbs. In Hawaii, there are no suburbs to flee to. The locals must escape from the state altogether. Living in Hawaii for many is the equivalent of living with a California cost of living, but with a West Virginia type of income. Las Vegas has become the top metro of choice for Hawaiians relocating to the island, while California is the state that receives the overall highest number of former Hawaiians. As of 2020, the mainland now has more Hawaiians than Hawaii itself. Now on to the second biggest loser of 2023, a rare showing, a southern state. That is Louisiana. In 2023, Louisiana lost 14,274 people, just slightly edging out Hawaii for 0.31%. With most of the South booming in population growth, what's the problem for Louisiana? Well, the first is jobs. In Louisiana, they don't have many jobs, and the ones that they do have don't pay much. And we already see by now that jobs and economic opportunity is probably the number one driver of population trends in the country. Other issues also plague the state, such as poor quality public schools and healthcare, overall leading to a poor quality of life for residents. Continued natural disasters aren't doing the state any favors, and it has been devastated by many powerful storms in recent decades. Some places such as Lake Charles and New Orleans' Ninth Ward appear to have still not recovered, based on what I saw when I visited there a couple years ago. Neighboring Texas, on the other hand, is booming and is a top state for people in Louisiana to relocate to. When I was in Dallas last year, it was not uncommon to see lots of Louisiana license plates on a daily basis. Florida is another state nearby that some residents are choosing to relocate to. Louisiana already has lost a seat in Congress due to population loss and is at risk of losing another one should these trends continue. And the biggest population loser of 2023, any guesses from the audience? The number one population loser for 2023, dominating the list in both absolute and percentage loss, the honor goes to the Empire State, New York. In 2023, New York posted a staggering loss of 101,984 people, a percentage of 0.52. While New York has only posted a population loss once on the census back in 1980, since 2020 it has had some alarming levels of population decline. New York has long been a state that kept its population growing via foreign immigration, rather than internal migration of Americans from other states. New York represents the place to make money, the land of opportunity, everything America, the American dream. But once you have your money, many choose to leave. As such, the addition of 74,000 immigrants, along with a natural increase of 41,000 from residents, could not offset almost 217,000 New Yorkers fleeing the state in 2023. So why are people leaving New York? You already know the biggest reason: the cost of living. Even the governor, Kathy Hochul, recently had to acknowledge that the cost of housing has made many decide to flee the state. And she says she hopes to get more affordable housing built in the state. State Republicans say that it is also the very high taxes and an unfavorable business climate. When I visited New York back in 2022, I remember meeting this guy at a 7-Eleven in Elmsford who vented to me about how expensive everything is in the state, from housing to food, the tolls, the gas, everything. Ultimately, stating that he was hoping to one day move south to Georgia to escape the cost of living in New York. Those in denial can no longer blame the pandemic for the continued population loss of the state. The most popular state for New Yorkers to flee to has been Florida. Neighboring states such as Connecticut and New Jersey are also receiving some disillusioned New Yorkers, while other southern states such as Texas and the Carolinas also receive a decent amount of outbound New Yorkers. In fact, Cary, North Carolina, a suburb of Raleigh, has earned a certain nickname for the large number of New Yorkers that it receives. And also, the population loss isn't just about New York City. Upstate cities like Ithaca, Rochester, and Syracuse, among others, have been in decline for quite some time now, and those trends are continuing. Overall, this population loss could have major political consequences for the Empire State, as it is at risk of losing a whopping 3 House seats in Congress should they continue through 2030. And that is the list, guys. 8 states that declined in population last year. Now, what can we take away from this data? Overall, American women are having children at historically low rates. So natural population increases are some of the lowest we've ever seen. Going forward, immigration is going to account for a significantly larger portion of American population growth. And states will increasingly have to compete with one another more and more for new residents. For the most part, all population trends are back to pre-pandemic levels, and the states still losing population at this point have other issues to address. And we're also seeing a continuation of the greater trend of many Americans leaving the Northeast and the Midwest for the South and Southwest, with the South accounting for a whopping 87% of all population growth over the past year. The good news for the Midwest is that it actually posted population growth of 0.2% after 2 straight years of population decline. And personally, I think the Midwest is the best bang for your buck if you can tolerate the cold winters. And contrary to what I occasionally see in some of my comments at times, Americans are, in fact, leaving more dense, highly urbanized areas in favor of the sprawling, warmer Sunbelt metros, where the cost of living is lower and single-family homes are cheaper. The lion's share of American population growth is occurring in those suburban areas surrounding the Sunbelt cities. I won't even mention the jobs. Sorry guys, the numbers don't lie. Americans are voting with their feet. The data is linked in the description for anyone who wants to see the full list of population growth for all states in the period. So did any of the states on the list surprise you? And do you think any of them will turn it around in 2024 and post population growth? Are you one of those people who fled one of these states? If so, why? And where did you decide to relocate to instead? Or are you in one of these states and thinking about leaving? Let me know in the comments, and I'll see you guys on the next one.